Hey everyone, my name is Wedge. Conspiracy spoilers are full steam ahead and we have a lot to go over today. Before we do that, the Manosaurus has an exclusive preview card for the set. I know, it's coming out tonight at midnight Eastern Time on the channel. Midnight Eastern Time, stay awake for it, trust me, it's super cool. Be here, okay, just be here. Alright, let's talk about some awesome conspiracy goodness. If you enjoy conspiracy spoilers so far, be sure to hit that like button, helps out a lot. Loose translation incoming. Protector of the Throne is 6 mana for a 2/5 giant. When it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. If damage would be dealt to you, you may instead have that damage be dealt to Protector of the Throne instead. Card's interesting. What makes it truly unique is the strategic use of the word may. In many of these instances, all damage is redirected without the may clause. You just have to hope whatever is redirected doesn't kill that creature. Having the ability to choose to redirect, very good. It gives you a ton of flexibility in the game. That's why the card is so dang expensive. Unless they have some other way to remove this guy, you're looking at a great way to soak up 4 damage at a time. I like it. Recruiter of the Guard is 3 mana for a 1/1 human soldier. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with toughness 2 or less, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Okay, everyone, say hello to one of the staples in Commander to come out of the set. Tutors of any kind are always valuable. This one, certainly valuable. Ever heard of Gaddock Teague? Yeah, that little menace. You can now fetch basically whatever you want in that deck. Need Leon an Arbiter? Cool. How about Aven Mind Sensor? Thalia, Spirit of the Labyrinth? How about Containment Priest? Vryn Wingmare? Grand Abolisher? Recruiter of the Guard is going to be a nightmare for me in Commander, I guarantee it. Whoever designed this, dead to me. Throne Warden is 2 mana for a 2/2 human soldier. At the beginning of your end step, if you're the monarch, put a +1/+1 counter on the Warden. I wanted to show you this card even though it's a common because it's a nice reward for being the monarch. A 2/2 for 2 is already fine, it's a bear. Being the monarch is pure upside. Even if you play this mid to late game, if you're the monarch the turn this comes down, it'll be a 3/3 for 2. It's not bad at all, I like it. Wings of the Guard is another common I have to talk about. Sure, it's a 2 mana 1/1 flyer, but I don't care because whenever it attacks, even if it attacks alone, it becomes a 2/2. It's a flying bear when it attacks. You can't say no to that. If you're attacking 2 different players thanks to melee, it's a 2 mana 3/3 flyer. Seriously, can't say no. Great common, very cool, awesome use of melee. If the common creature quality is going to be like this in the set, drafting is going to be insane. Arcane Savant is 3 of anything and 2 blue for a 3/3 human wizard. Before you shuffle your deck to start the game, you may reveal this card from your deck and exile an instant or sorcery card you draft that isn't in your deck. When the Savant enters the battlefield, copy a card you exiled with cards named Arcane Savant. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Yes! This is the dream card, don't you see? Think about it. How many times have you drafted a 2-color deck and something like this shows up? Completely off color, but it's so good. Now, you get to run it and cast it for free. Arcane Savant lets you live the dream in Limited. If you get this card, it's basically like you get to pick the best instant or sorcery you see at some point in the draft, regardless of color identity. Great, amazing, hilarious. Thank goodness it says draft on it, because if it didn't, Legacy would be destroyed. Desertion is coming back. Yes, now this is a reprint that makes me really happy. Played in a decent amount of Commander strategies, namely blue control decks like Talran, Azami, and Sakashima, Desertion is a powerful counter spell that lets you take control of an artifact or creature you counter. How awesome is that? Great reprint, and this will put foiled Desertions that aren't Commander's Arsenal copies into the community. Always happy about foils in a real set for the first time. Hired Heist is a conspiracy with hidden agenda. Whenever a creature you control with the chosen name deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 1 blue. If you do, draw a card. Now, this is a card I like. We have to assume there's going to be at least a couple creatures in the set with Skulk or Unblockable or something evasive. It's a World of Thieves and Assassins, for goodness sake. It's a cool card. That frame is really pretty too. Wow, this set looks awesome. But seriously, really enjoy Hired Heist. I think there's something here. Maybe the beginnings of a cool blue-black draft assassin deck. It's neat. Archdemon of Poliano is 2 of anything and 2 black for a 5/4 demon with flying. Draft it face up. As long as the demon is face up during your draft, you can't look at booster packs and must draft cards at random. After you draft 3 cards this way, turn the demon face down. Wow, talk about a drawback. You have to go blindfolded for 3 picks after the demon. That's rough stuff. Of course, you are getting a 5/4 flyer for 4, so I suppose that's alright. What makes this great though? Send it to someone as their last pick. The next pack they open, going blind. Talk about pain, ugh. Assemble the Rank and Vile as a conspiracy with hidden agenda. Start the game with this face down in the command zone and secretly name a card. You may turn this conspiracy face up anytime and reveal the chosen name. Creatures you control with the chosen name have. When this creature dies, you may pay 1 black. If you do, put a 2/2 black zombie token onto the battlefield tapped. This conspiracy is pushing multiples of a creature really hard, like really hard. Not my favorite conspiracy, but I can see it in a deck where you get like 5 copies of a mediocre common. It's a nice little add-on to that. Custodi Lich is 3 of anything and 2 black for a 4/2 zombie cleric. When it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. Whenever you become the monarch, target player sacrifices a creature. Well, doesn't this just scream value right into your ear? It fits perfectly into the new Marchesa commander deck that will assuredly exist. Beyond that, zombie cleric, useful creature types there. Eiley could like this, Gisa and Geralf certainly. Of course, this is the part of the video where I tell you that naturally the card fits into Marin of Clan Neltoth because, you know, everything fits into Marin. Solid commander and limited card, I like it. Thorn of the Black Rose is 4 mana for a 1/3 human assassin with Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. Alright, this may seem lackluster, but at the common level it isn't so bad. Not only is it a nice Death Touch wall, but becoming the monarch will, more often than not, get you at least 1 card at your end step. So look at this card a little differently. 4 mana for a 1/3 human assassin with Death Touch that draws you a card. Not so bad, it's a good filler creature. Burning Wish is getting a reprint in a real set for the first time ever. It did have a Judge foil printing, but I don't count that. The Judgment sideboard tutor sees play in Legacy and Vintage. Being able to tutor up a sideboard answer game 1 feels really good, especially when you're playing a deck that goes all in like Belcher or Oath of Druids, even something like Omnitel. Burning Wish has its uses, and a reprint is pretty nice. The card is a little over $10 right now, so value. We missed this one yesterday. Domesticated Hydra is 2 of anything and 2 green for a 3/3 Hydra with Monstrosity costing X and triple green. As long as it's monstrous, it has trample. Well, leave it to Conspiracy to bring Monstrosity back. Domesticated Hydra, if nothing else, is a nice throwback to Theros block. Best thing about this card, the flavor text. Sit, fetch, devastate. How true, Hydra, how true. Adriana, Captain of the Guard, is 3 of anything, 1 red and 1 white for a 4/4 legendary creature human knight with melee, and other creatures you control have melee. Well, there goes the neighborhood. Adriana, while being the Captain of the Guard, might as well be Captain of Zerg Rushing. She's ridiculous. We've already seen some interesting cards with melee on them, but this takes the cake. You attack like 2 to 3 different players, all your creatures get +2/+2, or +3/+3 for the turn. That's not too bad. The only thing that disappoints me a little bit is commander related. I'm not saying we already have enough Boros commanders that go wide, but we, already have enough Boros commanders that go wide. Jorkadine, Tajik, Iroas. The list is pretty long. Definitely a nice addition to those decks, but not paving the way at all. Also, one funny thing, melee stacks, so, enjoy that. I think that's going to do it for today's spoiler video. What do you think? How do you think the set is shaping up so far? Are you excited to play? Remember, the set is designed for multiplayer drafts. You can imagine the chaos that will definitely ensue. Also, and remember this, tonight, midnight, Eastern Time, our exclusive preview card is being revealed on the channel. You better be here. If you aren't, I'll tell your mom. Yeah, you heard me. Deal with it. As always, subscribe for the latest and most reliable conspiracy spoiler information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus. I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. This video is brought to you in part by TCGplayer.com. Today we saw a ton of great cards for Commander. That new Recruiter, amazing in Gaddock Teeg. If you enjoy hate bear type decks and everyone hating you, you'll love Gaddock Teeg. You can pick up a copy of the Nightmare Commander for $19 right now. May seem high, but he isn't easy to find. If you want to build him, here's your chance. Don't want to play Teeg? Good, me neither. Conspiracy Take the Crown is already pre-ordering. Booster boxes right now will cost you $95 shipped each, right now. If you want them, they're there. Just click the links, help the channel, everyone's happy, yay, enjoy.